Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create a register and login forum using PHP HTML Bootstrap code and PHP MyAdmin on the local host. Let me show you how it works. We create our user by giving a full name, which is going to be Omar, and we are going to create give the email address, which is going to be gmail.com, and password is going to be password123. Register, and we are redirected and say hello Omar and log out, and we can check if the login works as well. So we said omar@gmail.com, and we are going to put our password in 123, and it works. Before continuing guys, please like this video and leave a comment below, and please subscribe to my channel. So let's get to it. We have a folder called login and register. We are going to need 3 PHP files for our login and register forms. The first one is going to be for the database connection. The second one is going to be the index page where our login and register forms are going to be, and the third one is going to be the home page where we will be redirected after we log in or register. We got the pages, database, home, and index. Now we need a database. So we're gonna use a local host PHP MyAdmin, and we're gonna create a table called login forum. We create a table, the database, and we create a table called users. We're gonna need 4 columns for our users table because we are going to be storing the user ID, the full name of the user, the email of the user, and the password. It is really important that you use user ID because it is going to help you a lot later on. We got the user ID, we need the full name, we need the email, and we need the password. The user ID is going to be set to int because it is going to be the primary key of this table, and we are going to set it to auto increment, and we are going to set all these 3 attributes to varchar, and we're going to set the length to 50 because we don't really need the full name, the email, the password. They're not going to be longer than 50 characters. So we save this, and we have the table users with 4 attributes, and the primary key being user ID. We now need to connect our forum to the database. So we are going to get the host name equals, we're gonna create 4 fields first, and then we're gonna put the values in. We need the host name, the database username, so that is the username of your database. We need the database password, and we need the database name. Just make sure, so you got host name, the database username, the database password, and the database name. This is the user's name, and this is the database name. So so our host is our local host. Our database user is the default one, which is the root. Password, we don't have a password for our database, and we have a database name. That is the database in our here, which is login forum. Okay, we got our 4 fields. Now we need to connect to the database. So we are going to be calling a field, a variable called connect, and we are going to say MySQL I connect, and we are going to pass our 4 parameters, which are the host name, the database username, the database password, and the database name. Now we're going to check if it connects, what happens. If it connects, we're going to test it by saying hello. We're not going to say hello, we're going to say it connected. If it is not connected, then we're going to say die, connection failed, and we're gonna get the reason why it failed. So guys, we're gonna require our database file in our index file because we're gonna be using the database file in the index and the home home page. We're not gonna be doing anything further to the database file. So we need our database file here. So let's get to localhost 2000. You're gonna need to start our localhost here, and it says connected. So now our database is connected to our code here. Next thing, we need to build the PHP for our the HTML code for our login and register form. We're gonna be so let's get to it. HTML. We're gonna create the head. Inside the head, we're gonna have our title, which is login, and we're gonna be using Bootstrap for the design of our website. So let's say Bootstrap link, and you just copy it from here and you paste it inside your code. So now we're using the PHP, the Bootstrap design for our website. We create the body, and we're gonna create a div container. Then we're gonna create a div class row, and we're gonna create a div class column 5. Yeah, inside here we're gonna create a div, and we're gonna use the card grid system from the Bootstrap, and we're gonna create the div class, the header of the card, and inside the header we're gonna create a header saying register. After the header we have the body, so the body of the card, and inside the body we're gonna start our form, which is going to be the method post, and action we're gonna leave it empty because it is this file itself, so we don't need to put anything in there. Inside the form we're gonna have input type text because this is going to be the full name of the user. The class is going to be a form control. Guys, just to let you know, all these classes are from the Bootstrap code. We're gonna name it full name, and we're gonna give it a placeholder of full name so we don't have to use labels, and we're gonna set it to required. We're also gonna use some margins, so margin bottom of 2. Now we need 3 more of these because it's the full name, is the user's email and password. The email we're gonna set it to emails, and the password is gonna be the type is gonna be set to password. We're gonna give it the name of email, name of password, placeholder is going to be email, and placeholder is going to be password for the password field. We're gonna close the card body div here, and we're gonna open a new div for the footer. Guys, just to let you know, it's all inside the form, and we're gonna be card footer, and we're gonna get the form closing tag inside the footer, and here we are going to create a new input of type submit, and its class is going to be a button, and we're gonna set it to a dark button, and the name is going to be register, and the value is going to be set to register. Okay, so let's see how it looks, and then we can go further. So you can see this is our register form here, and now we're gonna create. We don't need to know if it's connected. We know it's connected, so we're just gonna ignore this, and it's easy to do all the HTML first and then the PHP later. So let's get to do the login form as well. We're gonna copy most of the data, most of this code. So it's going to be the column. We create the column div and we paste it around here, and we're gonna call it login. We don't need the full name for this div, and we're gonna change the name of it because we need these names in the PHP code. So the name we're gonna give it to here is going to be the login email and the login password, and this is going to be login, and the value is going to be login as well. If you refresh our page now, you can see that we have, oh, there's something wrong with the design of the code, so we're gonna have to fix it. So this is div for the column. Let's see, this div is open to here, this div is closed here. Okay, so we have fixed the design of the page, and now let's get to the PHP part. Okay, first of all, we're going to be doing the register form. So it's if I set post, and we set the register button name to register. So if the register button is called, we are going to get the full name. I'm going to store it inside a variable. We're going to get these values from the inputs that we created, and we need 3 of them because it's the full name, it's the email, and it's the password. We called it full name, we called it email, and we called it password. You can say full name, email, and password. We've got the variables, and now we need to send them to the database. So we need to send a query, msqla query, and we need to connect to the database. If it connects, we input our query here, which is insert into users values. We're gonna, the first value in the database, as we said before, was a user ID, then the full name, then email, then password. The user ID is auto increment, so we don't need to give a user ID value here. We just set it to null, and it will do the user ID automatically, the database. We give the full name, so the full name, the email, and the password. If you try this now, it should be working fine. So let's do it. Refresh our page. The full name is going to be John Smith. I'm going to give it john@gmail.com. I'm going to set the password to password123. I'm going to hit register, and let's see if we have got any data in our user table. So we can see here where we got this full name John Smith, the email john@gmail.com, and the password to password123, and the user ID, because it's set to auto increment, we set it to null, and the database did the rest. Okay,